Hello, good day everyone. So today we shall be looking at building floors, building doors, and openings. This topic will be considering this type of door, the type of doors that we have, the type of floors we have, and also the type of openings we have. Let's dive into this. So let's start with the floor, the building floor. Okay, so floors are horizontal building components supporting loads and fulfilling various requirements based on their location. So it is basically horizontal component to see here. And we have two type of floors. We have the solid floor and we have the suspended floor. Now the solid floor is typically concrete, as you see. Concrete, the example of a solid floor, finished with a smooth surface or tiles like plastic or linoleum. So when we talk about solid floor, it must, it must be a hard surface, first of all, and it's made up of concrete, and then it's smoothed by tiles. It's smoothed by tiles or sometimes linoleum. Okay. So, and we have the second type of floor called the suspended floor. This type of floor is a wooden floor that is being nailed with a timber joist, as you can see here. Now, this type of floor is not like the solid floor that is made up of concrete. You could see that it is suspended because it is not really the main floor; it's above the ground itself. So it is wood that is nailed with timber joists and is supported by walls. However, it is susceptible to dry rot without proper ventilation. So when there is no ventilation for suspended floor, it can easily get damaged and get rotten. Alright, so those are the two type of floors that we have. So we also have what we call the floor levels and protection. Floors are different levels, and basically we have three levels of floor. We have the basement floor, we have the ground floor, and we have the upper floor. So this is a typical diagram of the three type of levels of floor. So the basement floor actually is below the ground floor level. You see, this is it there. Usually is used for car parks. So usually the ground level, and then the ground floor level is actually below the upper floor level. Then the upper floor level is any floor above the ground level. Okay, that's the arrangement. The basement floor comes before the ground floor, and the ground floor comes before the upper floor. And then they need to protect the wall. Okay, they need to protect of the the wall of the building. So the material we use is called the DPC, damp proof course. So damp proof course is a material layer embedded in wall to prevent moisture penetration. If you do not apply this material, there is tendency that the wall will uh, the wall will get budged, the plaster on it will get budged, or the timber will get rotten, or the paint will be blistering. Okay, so the DPC material is what we use on walls to protect. When we have the basement floor, definitely we need to build walls to have the ground floor. So this protects the the wall of the floor from getting spoiled or destroyed. Right now, we have different way of floor or different floor finishes. Have different way of making floor to look beautiful to the eye. So, a variety of material provide both artistic appeal and durability for floors. So we have what we call the cement screed. It's another floor finishes. It's a mixture of cement and uh, and sand, and it's common for houses. This type of Floor can also be painted or covered with carpet. Okay, so you only have cement on it and sand, more like more of cement and sand. But to make it more beautiful, you can cover it with carpet or linoleum so that it look more beautiful. It's called cement screed because it's made up of cement. So this one way of applying beauty to the floor, which we call floor finishes. Another way of applying finishes to floor is by using tiles. Okay, tiles are available in form of wood, ceramics, and even thermoplastics. So this is an example of a tile. Uh, this is a tile you could see one of the latest tile that is being used. You see that it has added beauty to the floor. And we have what we call the terrazzo. Terrazzo is another floor finishes that that add beauty to the floor. Okay, it's used from premium projects. This is a sample of how terrazzo look like, and it can come in different form too. And we have the timber. Timber is another material that you use in adding finishes to the floor so that it looks attractive and appealing to the eye. So these are the major four materials that we use to finish our floor or add finishes to the floor: cement screed, the floor tiles, the terrazzo, and the timber. All right. Then we go straight to doors, the building doors. Of course, the major work of a door is to provide entrance and exit. So doors are solid barriers that close openings, providing access control and security to enclosed space. So the three functions of the door: number one, it allows inlet and outlet that it facilitates movement into and out of the building and room. For you to have access to the building, you must go through the door. For you to come out of the building, you must go through the door. So it gives access to inlet and outlet. Secondly, the door provides security. The door protects against unwanted elements like insects, animals, and intruder. A building that has no door can give access to animals like goats that walk on the road, um, chickens, and so on and so forth. And even intruder, unknown person can just have access. But with the presence of door, there is security. And lastly, door gives beauty to the house, artistical beauty, artistic to the house. That is, it gives beauty to the house. So it contributes significantly to the overall beauty and design of a building. So these are the three uh, uses or functions of the door. Then we have diverse type of doors. So doors are categorized based on their function and construction. Okay, and with this, they offer various solutions for different needs. So we have the interior doors, those that are used for interior part of the house, like your room. So these interior doors can be in form of panel doors. Interior doors can be panel door, they can be flush door, they can be French door, they can be lorry door. And for exterior, like our main gate, exterior doors, we have the solid core construction that are made up of either wood or glass. If even there are doors, exterior that are made up of iron as well. So, but often they are made up of wood or glass, and they also include panel or flush design. Then for different purposes, we have what we call specialty doors. These doors are designed for different purposes. We have the sliding door. This sliding door is mostly designed for when there is need for saving, space saving. You want to save space, and you don't want the door to occupy space. Either you make a sliding type. Maybe the room is a small one. When you slide it sideways, it's better than opening it forward and backward. So sliding doors, we have sliding doors. We have revolving doors. As you could see, these are examples of a revolving door. So revolving doors are used to control traffic so that people can wait for one another. See, as this man goes in this way, the other side is closed because the door is revolving. So once it revolves one direction, the other side closes until the man goes out, then opens again. So it helps in traffic control. And we have what we call the folding or the roller shutter doors. So this one is for space efficient as well, and usually it's made up of metals. All right. So these are the different types of doors that we have in buildings based on their function and their construction as well. Okay. Let's now talk about the door design and the dimension. Based on where the door will be placed, the dimension is will be dependent on based on where the door will be placed. For external doors, the dimension for external door should be 826 by 2049 millimeters. Okay. For internal doors, usually 726 by 2040 millimeters. For cupboard, you want to make cupboard, you make use of 626 by 240 millimeters dimension. And lastly, if they are small cupboard, it is better you make use of this dimension of 526 by 240 millimeters. Okay, so these are the various door design and their dimension respectively. So now we'll talk about door frame. Door frame actually consists of two posts and a head. The door frame are just a place where the door is mounted. This um, spaces here, this wood here that you can see, what we call the door frame. Okay, it consists of two posts. The posts are the vertical part, this line here and this line here, and then one head. The head is the top. The bottom is not really part of the door frame. Okay, sometimes there is no bottom. It has head, the horizontal part here, and then two posts, this part and this part. Okay, sometimes the head is called the header, while the post is referred to as the jamb. All right, so we have two jambs or two posts and one head. Okay, so it's made to to mount. It's made for mounting on the door, and usually it is 13 to 16 millimeter deep. For one to have a door frame, it should be within 13 to 15 millimeter depth. The depth should be that range. So when we are mounting door, that we want to mount the door to the frame, we need some instrument like the hinge. The hinge is that little iron that makes it to turn to and fro. We need the bolt, to lock, and we need the lock as well as the knobs, this part where you can open the door. So these are the things that make up the door frame and the door itself. All right. We now look at windows, building windows. Windows are wall openings designed to admit light and air, offering outside views and serving as decorative structures. So it gives room to air, it admits air into the house if there is air blowing outside. It also allows light to come into the house if there is sunshine, and then it adds beauty to the house as well. So there are three functions or three major purposes of the windows, and they come in different types. We have the casement window, we have the lower window, we have the double hung window, we have the French window, the upper window, and the sliding window. The last one here is I have the picture here. This is sliding window. As it's moving left to right, we could slide it. Then we have what we call the lintel. The lintel is just a horizontal beam, like we see here, that support that is a horizontal beam that support the walls above the openings. The opening could be window, it could be door. Okay, so in this case, now this is a window, and this is the lintel here. It's supporting the walls here, okay, and the opening of this window opening here. That's what the work does, and it also adds beauty to the house. Apart from supporting the walls above the opening, also add beauty to the house, and it can come in form of either wood or metal or concrete. Now let's talk about the lintel closely. This is another sample of the lintel. This is a wooden lintel. Now the major function of the lintel is to support the wall blocks above openings. You could see this is an entrance now without a door, but the lintel is supporting the wall above it. Okay, so that it does not cover the opening. Number two is to provide support for the roof structure. Okay, now there are places where you put this lintel to provide support for the roof structure. Okay, and it also enhance the beauty of the house. So that's what the lintel does to a building. So I hope I have been able to, pass an information today. I hope you have learned something from this lesson. I would like to draw the curtain here for today's class. See you another day. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.